Let's just cross over and listen into some of the presentations.
Speak to that. It is not a private. There's one paper that had said that tumeificha huko chini kisirisiri. It is a public document. Thank you very much. Mudeu, you can clarify about the costs in private schools, please.
Thank you very much, Professor Fatuma Chege. On costs, the private sector, and we gave the PS a brief on what we are doing because this has been in the public domain for about 4 weeks now, since the beginning of this term. And we have begun to, push appreciation for the orange list issued by KICD to ensure that private schools adhere to the resources that are approved, and this will significantly reduce the burden on parents. We are also talking about the interpretation of curriculum to ensure that schools are encouraged to make sure that the requirements, like Madam Zubeida has mentioned, are not overwhelming to parents, and that the materials locally available are consistently used. On negative press, we urge parents and to remember that education is a tripartite. It involves three sets of groups. We have parents, we have the schools, and the teachers. Let us work in synchrony. And you've heard from all the speakers that we do have engagement frameworks available, through PTAs, and that is the way to manage issues as they arise within schools, so that they can be dealt with. It is unfortunate that this time we have had to rely on complaints on social media that are not reaching even sometimes the schools. And we need to get parents to understand that these frameworks within schools are actually embedded in the Basic Education Act, and that all schools, public and private, have these frameworks. Let us engage whenever issues arise so that we can trigger responses faster, as opposed to this method where we are relying on social media largely to sort out issues. Assessment, please note that the NEC assessments are done and marked in schools. Dr. Jagere has said that very clearly. So the schools already have feedback. We already know how the children are performing. So there is no other feedback. We don't want to create a system that is exactly mirroring the problems of 844, where children are under pressure because of dialogues that are in the public space that now bring them down and create them as failures without giving schools a chance. Every year we have assessments, we have results, because the assessments are marked in schools, and that is why you can see a normal distribution curve like you have been given, because we are working. We literally have results the day we do these assessments. So let us not expect 844 style reporting back. You will, as a parent, you will get results back from the schools, and that is where the greatest impact, because right now with CBC, assessment is part of teaching and learning. Thank you very much.
Colleagues, one thing that is standing out today is how patient our Cabinet Secretary for Education is. Please give him a clap. He has sat here for close to 2 hours. I have not heard him shout at anybody. I have seen him taking notes. And how happy are we that he'll be addressing us finally. I want to address one question, and then I usher in Mr. Duda to bring the last round of questions. Colleagues, there are things we have learned from your reports, your exposés, your questions in the last 1 week. One of them, Mr. Oviambo Lale, is perhaps the need for us to enhance communication. And we want to assure you that our doors are open to journalists to come and ask us questions. Occasionally we fear the media like anybody else. I was telling some friend of mine who is with you that, sometimes what we worry about is that you interview me for 1 hour and then you only project where I was stammering. And then you... So Linda and Vice President, we are happy to make media appearances. The problem is that some of the people you put us with have louder voices than us. So when we come there, the little we are trying to explain is drowned, not drowned in fact, but drowned in noise. But believe me, Linda, even as I talk to you about research findings, we have these documents. please come by and get them. Then, from the KICD perspective, because the ministry has delegated to us the issue of books, we anticipate that in private schools, because in public schools books are provided, there will just be one major course book. Then the supplementary materials that teachers refer to, and this is not new to CBC, will be available to the school for teachers to refer to. Where parents want to buy more books, that should be not be forced upon them. It should be voluntary. Mr. Duda, to you for a second round, and then our CS will make remarks at the end, then maybe we shall be engaging later informally.
Thank you, Prof. Ongondo. We left out TSC and teachers are core. So Ruben, kindly make a response, then after that we take another round of questions. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ndunda. There was an issue Mr. Ndunda himself raised on, we have done the trainings of the teachers, but the execution of the class seems to be having a challenge, and also the issue of the quality assurance. I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, as Dr. Jengera indicated, our teachers are effectively delivering the curriculum. The aspects that we have really insisted during training and that we have followed up even after the training is the question of the development of the learning resources. That is one of the things that we have really told every teacher. We need to have them prepare the learning resources that will make the learning easier for the learners, so that the instructional resources that are available within their locality, and they need to be improvised as much as possible so that they can be able to lessen any cost that is required. And one of the other aspects we have also discussed with the teachers, and this is one of the things which is new, they are now looking and assessing the learner's needs and the learning styles, so that they can be able to teach the learner within their needs and the learning style that the learner will be able to understand. The challenge that is there currently is the availability of the parents when they are called to school, so that they can be explained some of the things they are talking about. And I can assure you, our teachers are willing to have the parents come to school at any one time and get to know what their learners are having. Many of the schools today are actually having demonstration days of grade 1 to grade 3 of their learners, showing what they have been able to do to their parents. And therefore their parents have understood when they are asked, please get this and get the other, because they can actually see what their learners are able to demonstrate. So it is a very critical issue. We really urge that our parents are available to hear what the teachers are saying. They can be explained where they are not able to get what is required, and that will begin to encourage more engagement and empowerment of the parents if they are able to visit the schools and attend the meetings of their classes as the teachers are requesting. The last one is on the issue of are the teachers really checked what they are doing to see if they are doing what is expected. I want to say with all confidence, yes, because at the zonal level, we have assigned 25 schools to a curriculum support officer, and the curriculum support officer goes to school to be able to check how the teachers are teaching through the use of lesson observation. They sit in class and they professionally support the teacher so that the teacher can be able to deliver as expected, and they are able to report and compile a report to say this is what is happening in this school, and this is what we have completely followed and done at each point, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to say all parents really can be able to go to school and even visit the curriculum offices so that they can be able to understand what is really happening. And I want to say, from our studies, and you can go to our KBC Online, and get to the TPAN report that was done in all the counties in the country, reflecting how teaching is being done in schools today. The report is there, and it was done by an external evaluator, not even Teacher Service Commission. It was done by UNES of the University of Nairobi, and they came up with very clear aspects of what is learning, and you can be able to get that in class. One of the aspects that has come out very, very clearly is the issue of the way values are being taught now. Learners are able to even show the aspects of saying thank you, I am sorry, which has not been there before. And ladies and gentlemen, these are things that we want to inculcate in our society. And so the classroom issues are really catered for, and we are monitoring. Even from the TSC and quarters, we monitor every 1 term. We are monitoring as our county directors and our curriculum support officers and our sub-county directors and the officers in the Ministry of Education, the quality assurance, are working together to see that we have really success and proper monitoring done at the school level. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.